I'm Dawnielle. I'm an athlete and I'm a believer. Welcome to Springs of Life 423, week 4. Let's go. Every athlete has something in common. No matter how much we work out and what we do, there is one thing that is necessary for all of us, and that's stretching. Stretching increases our mobility, it enhances our flexibility, it increases our range of motion, and it allows us, when we are actually in the midst of our sport, it prevents injury. I liken stretching to the fact that I come from a family that loves to make great meals. The workout, the training for us is the preparation of the meal. And when we actually get to sit down and eat it, that is the stretching, brothers and sisters. So how do I liken that to faith? If I don't allow God to stretch me in the most difficult and painful times of my journey, I'm going to see it not have benefits in my life. So Job lost his home, he lost his children, his livestock, his wealth. Job suffered greatly. He was even judged by his friends, and his wife even told him that he should just curse God and die. But Job said in chapter 23, verse 8, "Behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I do not perceive him. On the left hand, when he is working, I do not behold him. He turns to the right hand, but I do not see him. But he knows the way that I take, and when he has tried me, I will come forth as gold." And then he goes on to say in verse 14, "For he will complete what he appoints for me, and many such things are in his mind." When we think about Paul, who was formerly Saul, he had one persecution after another. He was shipwrecked, he was beaten and stoned, he was thrown in prison, he was bitten by a viper, but yet and still, he still praised God. And in chapter 4, he says, we are afflicted. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, he says, we are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed, always carrying in the body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be manifested in us. And then he goes on to say in verse 17, "For this light momentary affliction is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison." They knew what stretching would do for them. They knew that God was not going to forsake them. And so for us as believers, when God is taking us to a place where we feel as if we just can't take it anymore, you know what? That's great, because the stretching is going to grow us and allow us to look more like Him every day. Brothers and sisters, God bless you this week. Be stretched, and remember to stretch. God loves you, and so do I. I gotta go. I'll see you later.
Like I'm next to God, next to God, next to God. Never fall, never ever fall, never ever stop.